We as NFL fans love watching young talent grow and flourish into iconic superstars.
Caleb Williams' numbers
He's fun to watch.
incredible,
but you know what?
He didn't have to be.
For me, he's John Elway from my generation.
Oh, wow.
Some guys may have already peaked, so today we're going to take a look at some young stars who have already peaked and 5 who are just getting started. May have peaked Mac Jones. Mac Jones had an incredible rookie season during his time with the New England Patriots. Jones also led the team to the playoffs, where they lost a gruesome 47-17 matchup against the Buffalo Bills. Ever since that lone rookie season, Jones's on-field performance has been incredibly inconsistent due to the lack of an elite arm or high-end mobility. Not to mention the lack of offensive weapons for Jones to work with during Belichick's final years with the Patriots. Jones has been a journeyman backup with the Jacksonville Jaguars and the San Francisco 49ers, and has played fairly well during his tenure with both teams. Jones is still under contract with the 49ers and has fully embraced his role as a backup to Brock Purdy, establishing himself as a reliable teammate like a strong Swiss Army knife looking to secure victories for the team when he's out on the field. Just getting started, Caleb Williams. Williams put up an impressive sophomore year with the Bears, completing 330 passes for 3,942 yards, throwing 27 touchdowns against 7 interceptions, rushing for 388 yards on 77 attempts, and scoring 3 rushing touchdowns. Williams went from a chaotic offense his rookie year to transitioning to a more optimized system under head coach Ben Johnson. Not to mention, the offensive line was rebuilt to support Williams' play style. After the 2025 season, Williams is still getting started, and he has an improved offensive core around him now. Sure, the Bears traded DJ Moore to the Buffalo Bills, but the team still has Kyle Monangai, DeAndre Swift, Colton Loveland, and Rome Odunze, to name just a few of the talented offensive weapons Williams has to work with. Williams will continue to establish himself as a guy who will get the job done in tight games and dominate late in games when it matters most. We can't wait to see what Williams will accomplish in the 2026 regular season and beyond. May have peaked Isaiah Simmons. Simmons has been in the league since 2020 and has seen himself bounce around the league for quite some time, having stints with the Arizona Cardinals, New York Giants, Green Bay Packers, and currently with the Carolina Panthers. Simmons was incredibly versatile during his collegiate years at Clemson, but all that went out the window after transitioning to the NFL. When Simmons was with the Cardinals, he played decent, but not great, having 258 tackles, 7.5 sacks, and 4 interceptions, with one of them being returned for a touchdown during his tenure. The 2022 season was the best of his 3 seasons in the desert statistically. Then Simmons was traded to the Giants in 2023 and saw his role reduced as he transitioned to a rotational player rather than a starter. Simmons was on the Panthers practice squad during the 2025 season and recently re-signed with the team for the 2026 season. We hope that Simmons finds his groove with the Panthers during 2026 and is able to achieve a new peak. Just getting started, Jayden Daniels. Despite an injury-riddled 2025 season, Daniels is still getting started in the league, thanks to his relentless work ethic, his pursuit of self-improvement, and the ascension that he experienced as a rookie back in 2024. In case people forgot, Daniels led the Commanders to the NFC Championship game before losing against the Philadelphia Eagles. Daniels has a great supporting cast entering his 3rd season in the league, with guys like Terry McLaurin and Chico Okonkwo to work with. Daniels should be fully healthy for the 2026 season, as he enters the year with a chip on his shoulder. Not to mention, new offensive coordinator David Blau will get the best out of Daniels for this upcoming season. The Commanders have complete faith in Daniels long term, as he looks now to help the team rebound from 2025 and have a very productive 2026 season. May have peaked Rachaad White. White hasn't had a 1,000-yard rushing season in the NFL just yet. White lost significant snaps during the 2024 and 2025 seasons to Bucky Irving, who outplayed him statistically. White recently signed a 1-year, $2 million deal with the Washington Commanders and is going to be a pass-catching specialist and a dual-threat role in their offensive scheme for the 2026 season. So, let's see if he can regain his footing. Just getting started, Abdul Carter. Carter had a good rookie season, notching 43 tackles, 4 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and 2 fumble recoveries for the Giants. 2026 looks to be a massive year for Carter, as he has the potential to become the league's most efficient pass rusher and a cornerstone on the Giants' defense. Carter is very versatile, as he can line up at edge, at defensive tackle, or drop back as a linebacker and cause immense havoc against an opposing offense. Carter's freak athleticism towards the end of 2025 was fun to watch, but he's likely going to continue taking a massive step forward in 2026 as he looks to establish himself as a leader for the team's defense, especially under new head coach John Harbaugh. May have peaked Brian Thomas Jr. When Brian Thomas Jr. stepped onto the field during his rookie season, he was dominant and exciting to watch on a weak Jaguars team, as he caught 87 receptions for 1,282 yards and scored 10 touchdowns. By the 2025 season, Thomas Jr. caught 48 receptions for 707 yards and scored only 2 touchdowns, which was in Liam Cohen's offense. Parker Washington, who was drafted in the 6th round of the 2023 NFL Draft, outplayed Thomas Jr., catching 58 receptions for 847 yards and scoring 5 touchdowns. Thomas Jr.'s regression in 2025 was affected by ankle and shoulder injuries, dropped passes, and being in a new offensive scheme. Plus, the offensive chemistry between him and Trevor Lawrence just wasn't really clicking. Thomas Jr. also led the Jaguars in drops, which forced the team to trade for Jacoby Myers at the deadline. Despite the trade rumors, the Jaguars are fully committed to Thomas Jr. for the 2026 season, as he's shown poise and promise to rebound. Thomas Jr. even acknowledged his lost 2025 season by saying he didn't live up to expectations due to shoulder injuries. Thomas Jr. also said he didn't pay any attention to the trade rumors being tossed around during the offseason. Despite maybe peaking, we hope to see Thomas Jr. rebound in 2026 and prove us wrong. Just getting started, Jaxon Smith-Njigba. Smith-Njigba played his best season in 2025, catching 119 receptions for 1,793 yards, the most receiving yards by a wide receiver that season, and scoring 10 touchdowns. And let me tell you, he's not done yet. He also helped the Seahawks win Super Bowl 60 against the New England Patriots and won the 2025 NFL Offensive Player of the Year award. JSN went from a slot receiver to becoming one of the league's best receivers, shining in offensive play calling that leverages his elite route running to dominate on all fronts of the field. Smith-Njigba has flourished in the increased production when DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett left the team, and he's going to continue to dominate with Sam Darnold under center. Even with former offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak gone, Smith-Njigba will continue to flourish under new offensive coordinator Brian Fleury, who got to work with some of the San Francisco 49ers' best offensive players and will likely get the best of JSN. JSN's numbers also continue to improve each NFL season, making him one of the most dominant receivers to play in the league, and a dominant piece to the Seahawks franchise. Not to mention, the Seahawks locked JSN with a 4-year, $168 million extension, and analysts are saying that his best years are still ahead of him. We cannot wait to see what Smith-Njigba will accomplish in 2026 and beyond, as he really looks to establish himself as one of the league's best wide receivers. May have peaked Najee Harris. Harris may have peaked due to a combination of heavy usage early in his career, a lack of explosive bursts in his runs, and an Achilles injury that ended his 2025 season with the Los Angeles Chargers. During his first 4 seasons with the Pittsburgh Steelers, Harris had 4 1,000-yard seasons, but lacked elite elusiveness by rarely showing top-tier breakaway speed. Because of the lack of breakaway speed, the Steelers declined to pick up his 5th-year option, making him a free agent during the 2025 offseason. It also didn't help Harris when Jaylen Warren started to break out, as his production cut into Harris's production significantly. It forced the rushing attack to shift from a single back approach to a split committee, with Harris and Warren splitting reps. Harris only played in 3 games for the Chargers before suffering his Achilles injury. Harris has a lot of work ahead of him to regain a starting role on an NFL roster. Just getting started, Travis Hunter. Even though Hunter's rookie season was cut short due to a knee injury, he has the potential to become a game changer with his dual threat playmaking abilities, with a more refined role heading into the 2026 season. Hunter is entering the 2026 regular season fully healthy, ready to roll, and back to participating in football activities. During his rehab visits, Hunter still participated in wide receiver and defensive back meetings, and took advantage of the Jaguars' virtual training room to simulate game reps. Hunter bulked up during the offseason, making him more ferocious against opposing offenses when playing on defense. The Jaguars coaching staff plans to utilize Hunter more on defense as a full-time cornerback, while still having plans for him to play some offensive snaps as a part-time receiver during the 2026 regular season. The mental preparation in the virtual room allowed Hunter to build strength while also learning the complexities of 2 NFL playbooks. On top of that, having Hunter play at corner full-time has the potential to earn him All-Pro honors, while playing part-time at receiver won't exhaust Hunter, and they can use him as a dangerous situational weapon when looking to make some intense scoring drives. With all of that, Hunter is expected to have a breakout season in 2026, and we can't wait to see him cause nightmares for opposing wide receivers. But what players do you think have reached their peak? What guys do you think are currently just getting started? Who should we have included on this list? Let us know in the comments section below. If you liked this video and learned a thing or two, then clicking the like button helps out a ton. And you know, we really appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, then subscribing is a great idea, because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.